Good morning, all of you. This is the lecture designed for BA third semester students on communication skills for media as well as communication, presented by Dr. Tanveer Khadija from the Department of English and Modern European Languages, Khwaja Muhyiddin Chishti Language University, Lucknow. What is communication? The word communication is derived from the Latin word communis, which means something very common as such. The process of communication involves common ground of understanding of information, facts, ideas, opinions, feelings and attitudes. So anything which is just is in your mind, say in form of an idea or a thought, or maybe in your heart in form of feelings, once it is communicated to the other person, it becomes a kind of a communication. There is a kind of a coding system involved, communication code system. As I just said, ki whatever is there in your mind or in your heart, once you are able to express it to somebody else, it becomes communication. That means there are two people involved. One will be the sender and other will be the receiver. The sender has an idea, as you can see, cognitive system, that is the brain. And from here, whatever he wishes to say, it is encoded. And the message he wants to convey to the other person who is the receiver. And there again the cognitive system is there. This idea from this brain has to be conveyed to the other person's mind as well. Message is encoded here, that means framed with the way they want to convey it. It is decoded by the receiver. Now whatever I am trying to tell you today, I am trying to put in some words, the method which I am using, all this will be in encoding. But the way you are able to understand it, that depends on your skill of decoding. So encoding and decoding are two main processes which are required, and the message is conveyed from the sender to the receiver. The major types of communication are verbal as well as non-verbal. In verbal you have got oral as well as written. Verbal here basically means something which is in written form or with use of words. So it could be written as well as oral. In non-verbal the words are not being used as such. What is happening? You are using your body language or your para language or your space language. Time language, touch language, signs and symbols. Now body language means the way you are moving your hands, your eyes. Para language is that any language which is not using the words or something else is being used along with it. Maybe you can say signs and symbols or the emojis which are using in your WhatsApp group and all. Space language means the you need the proximity of the sender as well as the receiver. There's a personal space in which your friends and all will be there. There's a social space in which the society will be there. There's a family space in which only the family members can communicate. So these are the three areas in which the space of communication is also divided into. Touch languages, that once you are shaking hand, that itself shows the way you are holding the hand. Is it a formal touch or is it a kind of an informal touch? Signs and symbols, as I just said, like on your road, you must have seen the symbol of skull. So that you can understand it's a danger sign. Or the arrows are being given as directions for your movement on the road as such. That is also signs and symbols. Areas of communication. There are basically four skills of communication: writing, reading, listening and speaking. They are also known as LSRW. L is for listening, S for speaking, R for reading and writing is W. Most of the time you will notice that speaking involves 30%, 45% listening and 16% of reading and 9% of writing. Now the reason behind this is this, that whenever a person is speaking, one should be a good listener. If you are able to listen well and able to absorb well, only then you will be able to communicate also better as such. Speaking also involves a kind of a, you can say, age group also. A small baby who is a newborn baby can do the listening part but cannot do the speaking part as such. Reading, for this you have to be literate. If you know how to read and write, only then you will be able to read and write as well. Writing also involves creativity. That's another thing for which you need to be well versed as such. Now, levels of communications are there, personal level as well as professional level. This personal level involves getting engaged in general communication, which deals with daily life activities, day-to-day life problems are there which you are sharing on a personal basis. Professional level involves group discussions, interviews, meetings, seminars, conferences, proposals, presentation, report. All this fall into the professional level as such. These are the two pictures which I have taken where you can see the difference between personal as well as professional communication. In the personal way, you can say they are having a cold drink in their hand, and one has a coffee mug in the hand, and they are laughing and enjoying between two friends. Such here, the professional communication, a lot of discussion is going on. It seems to be a kind of a serious kind of a picture is there. Everybody is engaged in kind of a brainstorming session, discussing something, trying to find out solutions of some problems as such. Barriers, I'll be discussing the barriers in my next class, and we'll continue with the 4 levels and basic skills also of communication in my next class. Thank you so much.